Hello everyone, and in this video I'm just going to be talking about the upcoming game Total War Warhammer. There will be some predictions and some general information as I just sit and ramble about some of the key points that this video is about. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the hinted Chaos faction. Now, when the trailer came out, it was assumed by everyone that there was going to be 5 races in the game, as there was 5 races in the trailer. But soon after, CA said there would only be 4 playable races at launch, and the Chaos was not one of them. So, what does this mean? Now, despite what CA said, this does not 100% guarantee that they will not be playable at launch. Look at the Huns in Attila. Who remembers them? It was announced by CA that they were not going to be playable. They were an endgame boss, they were a faction you were supposed to be worried about and scared about, but you weren't supposed to be able to play them. But then when the game came out, they were playable. So, just because CA says they're not playable at the moment, doesn't mean they won't be by the time the game comes out. Because everything can change. They can change their minds, the game might take a new direction, and they want to change something. Or, as in the Huns, there was an uproar in the community, you can't have a game based on the Huns and not have the Huns playable. Now, I'm not saying that the Chaos will be like the Huns from Attila, but I'm just saying it's possible. They have that same sort of feel that they'd be this hard faction that is one day going to come and take you down. Now, if you look at the trailer, this makes sense as well, since the 4 playable factions that are pictured there, you see them fighting, you see their units, you see their faction leaders. As though it's speaking of battles being fought today, battles that are being fought now, the struggles of today. But when the Chaos is introduced and hinted, it's as though they're not here yet, they're on the horizon, they're the danger for tomorrow, the big scary that is still to come, the worst yet still to come. To me, that's the impression I get from the Chaos in the trailer anyway, which definitely supports they could be like the Huns. But to me, it speaks to me more like future games. They've announced it, there's going to be 2 follow-up standalone games to increase the map, etc, etc, new races, making it the biggest Total War to date when all 3 combine. And it's this, I feel it's hinting this, not that they're going to be like the Huns. I feel they're hinting that they're going to be in the 2nd or the 3rd part. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk to you about today is the campaign map. Up until a few days ago, I had always assumed that the campaign map would be zoomed in about the same level as Attila and Rome, as in the cities are this scale and you're zoomed out that far on the campaign map. But with the new DLC for Attila announced the other day, it got me thinking, what if the campaign map is more zoomed in? What? It is possible, as all the factions that will be playable and have been announced will be in this little section that could be zoomed in. If this is true, the section would have the World's Edge map, the World's Edge mountains cutting across the campaign map from the northeast to the southwest, diagonally cutting across through it, giving you the bottom right corner of the Empire in the north and the Badlands to the south, and that sort of size and scale, with it a lot more zoomed in and a lot more villages and smaller settlements compared to just mainly larger settlements pictured on the campaign map. And if it isn't zoomed into this level, I think it'll be, as I said before, zoomed into the same level as Attila was, where it's zoomed out and you get to see most of Europe, not just the lower France, northern Italy sort of area. Because the map in Warhammer is all based off the real world map, so we can't expect to see Europe no matter what, but in the Warhammer version. So there we go, I've had some ramblings about the game. If there's anything specifically you want me to talk about, feel free to say and I will try and cover it. But this is just generally me just talking about the game, trying to give some of my thoughts and feelings and what sounds right to me. So there we go. See you all next time.